Hi there, welcome to Eva Trades. My name is Josh, and today I'm up just a little bit, only $88. I was up 100, gave back half. It was a very lackluster day in the market today. This is a look at my progress overall. My account is up $39,504. See that small green day? Well, let's go take a look at the trades that I took today, where I got in and where I got out.
Eva Trades.
So I traded VSME, PRZO, and SMR. So we'll take a look at VSME first. This is it here. So on the 1 minute time frame, I'll go ahead and zoom in here so you can see the green arrow where I got in and the red arrow where I got out. It was a nice trade. What I was watching here was on this 15-minute time frame. We pre-market here in this lighter gray area. We had a 15-minute trough right there, and then on the hourly time frame, we also had an hourly trough right there at 228. So I was watching those levels. First thing, the bell rings, we open up, and we drop down into that level. I punched the buy button one time, light volume, so I didn't want to go more than once in case it continued to drop. It made a really nice bounce. That next candle I sold it as we were above the volume weighted average price. That's the white dotted line, and made a quick 60 bucks on that. I didn't trade it again afterwards because I wanted to see it get up over actually this level up here before I traded it anymore because of that hourly time frame. You see how beat up we were, and I was looking for that move up over this resistance zone. And we so far have not gotten it. So far looking for a higher low there. So the next stock I traded, PRZO, this one here, it popped up on the high of day momentum scanner. And no, it didn't. It popped up on the halt scanner at 6:41 this morning. It halted right here as a circuit breaker halt at $1.24. It halted after a 19-cent move. So I was looking at this stock thinking maybe there was a possibility we might see some momentum off of it. As you see now here, we have a higher low looking for a higher high. But on a day where the market is really lackluster, I didn't know if I trusted it. So I went ahead and I set my stop loss parameters up to about 20 cents so that when I get into the trade, my stop loss would be 20 cents away. So I waited for resumption, and this actually is not correct here. I actually bought it on this candle, so that green arrow isn't showing the correct spot where I got in. But as soon as it opened, I put in a limit order down here. It came down, it filled my limit order, and as it came back up, that's where I sold. So I bought and sold them both right here on this candle. I didn't trust it. Where I wanted to get in was right here. I wanted to see it come down, but it already had did that when it first opened. It whipped down so fast I didn't have a chance. So when I got in it, what I was doing was I was watching to see if it was going to move up right away, and it wasn't. It just wasn't going. So that's why I cut the trade and only made $2.50. I didn't trade it again after that. And you can see it really struggled here and finally gave up. And that's what I was worried about on a day like today. My third stock that I traded, this was one here that I wasn't watching. The only one I was watching this morning off of the high of day momentum scanner was VSME. And we already went over that one. So SMR pops up on the high of day momentum scanner right here as this candle is moving up. And right away, I noticed about this one is that we're trending, and you can draw a trend line there. I was looking at the EMA, that's the blue line coming up, and we were bouncing off of the EMA. We had our nice 1 minute uptrend. And I noticed back here that we came down to this previous resistance that we broke through, and we pulled back and we back tested it, and then we took off from that. So my next step was to say, okay, if we come down to 538, I'll be a buyer there. So I was waiting, but we didn't quite get there. I jumped in it a little bit early right here. And because I jumped in early, I sold it up here, made some nice profit on it. Ultimately, I was looking for a break over that resistance, but what I wanted to see was it pull back to 538. So I was waiting for that. It didn't do it, and it broke out without me. And that's fine. Sometimes that happens on a very strong stock. So then what I did was I bought the pullback, because sometimes when you have a big breakout, you look for that little pullback, and then you wait and look for the move back up. I got out of this one pretty fast. I held it for just, a few seconds, and then it wasn't really moving as quick as I wanted. So I took the profit on it. It was a very small profit. The reason why I didn't trust it is because we actually broke below 560. So I just wasn't sure on that. And then we pulled back on that second 1 minute candle, and then we started to break out here. I still didn't jump in it. And then we pulled back again. And so what I was watching here was an equilibrium. We had their pullback, we had our lower high. I was scouting a higher low. Okay, so I'm going to delete those lines real quick because what I'm looking for here is a higher low and a higher high. And what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up getting in right down here and putting my stop loss below this level, looking for that move higher. Okay, so I was watching it for that, and right here on this candle here, we pulled back, and what I was watching was that support right there. So we pulled back a little bit more here. This candle was red coming back up, so that's where I jumped in it. Let me get rid of this line. And what I was looking for was that breakthrough this high, and we also needed to break this level. So looking for an equilibrium bull break of both of those levels. The next candle, it was taking a long time. It froze up right here, and it just wasn't moving fast enough for me. So that's why I cut the trade, took the profit, and then of course it dropped down. And that was my last trade. No, it wasn't. Actually, I took one more. Here was the breakout. Boom, big breakout. Nice. So what I should have done was had an order ready to scoop up some shares as we broke below that psychological 550. That would have been a great trade. But I didn't take that one because by now I was thinking I might be done. But after that big breakout, I looked for the pullback, much like this over here. And I jumped in it there. But I didn't like what I was seeing. It wasn't going back up right away, so I got out of it. That was my first loss on the day and my last trade of the day. That I was up over $100, and that's the trade there that dropped me below 100, so that's where I stopped. And then we made a nice move down here to the volume weighted average price. So I watched that happen, and I was like, I really want to take it, but I'm done for the day. And it bounced somewhat nicely. It made a move back up into this zone up here. But then I think what happened is it's right now, what's it doing? So we're just chopping around. It's a big chop fest. Look at that 5 minute time frame. Clear the lines here. Let's take a look at what's going on, and then I'm going to get out of here. Okay, so what we have here is a classic equilibrium right here, looking for a higher low, and then the breakout. So ideally, again, what you'd want to do, what I would do, is maybe make an entry down here somewhere, put my stop below the, whoops, that's not a very good line, put my stop below the low, and look for that move up, and we want to see a break through this resistance, and you want to see the volume come in. Looking down here at the volume, you want to see the volume come in on that bull break through both of those resistances. And you notice the 15-minute time frame here. We had an inside bar bear break. So it's a little choppy on the 15. But ultimately, we're looking for that break over 576. That is the line in the sand. Noting that we are actually extended here and maybe due for consolidation on this hourly time frame. I would keep that in mind. This is not live, so by the time you watch this will have all played out. Anyways, that's my day, so I'm up $88 on the day. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you next time for some more live trading right here at Eva Trades. Take care.